Hello, brothers and sisters. Hope you're doing well. It's the 24th here in Australia, so the last day of Tabernacles is over according to the Jewish calendar. To be honest, I did not even have a feeling that it would happen on the 23rd because I have been seeing the number 30 everywhere, so maybe it will happen on the 30th. I hope it will. I really do. I really want to happen on the 30th. Now, that's what I'll be talking about in this video as well, as the creator's calendar. I'll talk about that towards the end of the video. But this is actually a really important video, and I think it'll be the most important video I can do, really, because I know that a lot of Christians, they may lose their faith when they see this happen before the rapture. And you probably know what I'm talking about because I probably jammed it into your head too many times. Sorry about that, brothers and sisters, in my videos about what will appear in the sky before the rapture, and I'll be giving biblical proof because I know many of you think it's not in the Bible and there's no biblical proof. And when you hear the term Nibiru or Planet X, your brain immediately just switches off the subject because you automatically assume it's not biblical. And to be honest, I probably would do the exact same thing also, except Abba has given me a dream and Abba has given many others dreams. But if you do not have enough faith in my dream or others' dreams, then please listen to this video because I'll be giving you biblical proof that what will occur before the rapture in the sky. This is why I'm talking in a serious voice right now. I'm going to talk really slow because I know some of you said I talk really fast. That's what we do in Australia. Sorry, we talk really fast. But yes, this is the most important video I probably could ever do. Okay, I'll get started, brothers and sisters. And also, to all of you flat earthers, I also will be explaining how this can fit in as well. Okay, so Pastor Paul Begley also talks about Planet X Nibiru. I don't like using these terms because that immediately switches you off because you completely disregard it as you think, oh, it's not biblical, but I'll explain that. And I'm not going to be talking about the evidence of flat earth in this video. My views are that the earth could possibly be flat. That's the way but not like when you fall off the edge. But I'm not going to be talking about that, because if you're a flat earther, you do not think that planets actually exist, and this is in a way true, because in the Bible there's no mention of planets or anything like that, but there are mentions of stars. Now, what we see as Venus and everything is they're not millions of light years away. They're actually in here. They're in here. Venus and everything is there, and all the constellations and everything are there. They're not millions of light years away, and the sun is a lot closer than it appears and everything. But so if you're thinking, how can you be right, if you're a flat earther, there's going to be like these what look like actually planets. They'll be round, they'll be gigantic in the sky, and you're thinking, how can that be possible? Because well, stars actually are round. I'll put it bluntly, stars are round and they're gigantic and they'll look like planets that we've seen from NASA, but won't be anything we've ever seen before, because the planets that NASA show us, Saturn and everything like that, they're completely computer doctrinated. They're not truly what they appear, and I'm pretty sure that's the same for Venus and everything as well. They're a lot closer. Please do not switch off, brothers and sisters. This is just for the flat earthers. So do not lose faith. If you're a flat earther and you're a Christian, do not lose faith when you see this in the sky, because many of you might lose faith and think, wait a minute, everything I believe in is actually a lie then, so I was wrong. No, you're not wrong. Abba, our Father, created stars, and stars are gigantic. Okay, right. We're taught that stars are other suns, trillions of light years away. Yep. It says here the difference between planets and stars is that planets are wandering stars of unknown origin, and because they have the difference between planets and stars is that planets have apparent motion, unlike fixed stars, including also the moon and the sun. So basically, that's the complete difference between stars and planets, is that planets move and stars don't. A load of rubbish. And a load of gases and everything like that. We know we can't trust NASA. That's what I'm saying. Okay, what do our own eyes tell us? Okay, and it says here, And if you still do not believe in I'll explain the constellation Orion in a minute, but just get a telescope. If you don't believe in Venus, it's there. If you don't believe in these constellations, they are there. You can see them with your own eyes. Bless you. Um, okay. Um, Astronomers have found that Nibiru, Planet X, which is the red planet, is actually in the constellation of Orion, or Orion, I think that's how you say it. And also, this is actually mentioned in Amos chapter 5. I mean, what are the chances of that? It says here, ye who turn judgment to wormwood, which is Planet X or Nibiru, whatever you want to call it. I'm not going to call it from that from now on, I'll just call it wormwood. It is the red planet, red, fiery planet. And it says, actually in the Bible, it will cause great devastation, but do not fear, I will explain later. Seek him that maketh the 7 stars in Orion. Remember 7 stars for me, brothers and sisters. And Orion. Remember I just showed you that there is constellation Orion in our sky? It's the brightest constellation in the sky. And astronomers have found that Planet X Nibiru is actually in the constellation Orion. And I'll include Pastor Paul Begley's videos in my description link box below. And guess what? Orion consists of 7 major stars. Guess what I just showed you in the scripture, Amos? Seek him that maketh the 7 stars in Orion. And the exact same passage of Wormwood. There's no such thing as coincidences with Yahuwah, brothers and sisters. Okay, just give me more proof. And that's the constellation Orion. And actually, this constellation is a hunter. And as we know, we've had the harvest moon in September, and on the 16th we just had the hunter's moon, full moon. So call that a coincidence if you want. And now, most of you know our lovely sister Rhonda Epson. I adore her. You know, her husband has said that before the rapture, it will appear like a normal day, the rapture, as it says in the Bible. People will be feasting, they'll be getting married. I'll include scripture right here. And also, that's another clue to 30th, because not many people actually know the Creator's calendar, and it will appear like a normal day because no Jews in Israel will be celebrating anything on the 30th. But to those who've searched, they will know that this day could actually be a very high watch day. Now, Ron Epson's husband said this is what's going to appear in the sky, is this light. And she said it's going to be like it's going to be like a purplish, reddish, I think specifically she said reddish light, I believe she did. And this is what's going to appear before the sky. This is what her husband said. And she said there's the sign of the Son of Man. And now this is the sign of the Son of Man. At that time the sign of the Son of Man will appear in heaven, and all of the tribes of the earth will mourn. Obviously this is about the second coming, but I actually thought well, perhaps the sign of the Son of Man could be in the sky before the rapture. But as we know, Satan will be able to manipulate and pause time for a while, so that thing in the sky, the sign of the Son of before the rapture, will actually be the same sign as the Son of Man in the second coming. So that's the way you can explain it. And then I thought of this, and Rhonda Epson actually confirmed it in her other video. And if you can see this constellation Orion, this is where Planet X Nibiru is. As you can see, sorry about that, but yeah, this is the constellation Orion where Wormwood is. And can you see the similarities? Rhonda Epson said it's going to be purplish reddish light. Can you see the similarities, brothers and sisters? I can. Okay, let me just look at some more pictures. And also, wormwood is mentioned in Job 38, verse 31. Can you bind the chains of Pleiades, or loose the cords of Orion? Can you lead forth a constellation in its season? So wormwood will be loosened, ready to cause great destruction. But need not fear, brothers and sisters. I'll soon explain. Because obviously it's not going to occur when we're on the planet. It's not going to hit Earth while we're here. Of course not. Okay, and it says here, Revelation 8:10 verse 12. And the third angel sounded, So, and there fell a great star from heaven, burning, which is as it were a lamp, and it fell upon the third part of the rivers, and upon the fountains of waters. And the name of the star is called Wormwood, and the third part of the waters became wormwood. And many men died of the waters because they were bitter. That sounds like radiation to me. And wormwood is meant to be made of fire and just terrible stuff. And the fourth angel sounded, and the third part of the sun was smitten, and the third part of the moon, and the third part of the stars, so that the third part of them was darkened, and the day shone not for the third part of it, and the night likewise. And it says here, I don't know if you can see, sorry about that, but a pole shift. The Earth pole shift event is really a crustal shift. A crustal shift begins when a nearby moving external magnetic force causes Earth's magnetic core to rotate temporarily, or in this case it won't be temporal, will it? I don't know. To a new angle within its molten magma bed. Earth's magnetic core is a molten nickel iron mass of almost the size of the moon, which is compressed to solid that exceeds the liquefaction principles of heat and metal. What causes the notion? Simply put, as the highly magnetic planet X, or wormwood, passes close to Earth, it increases faster. Exit. Its magnetic field holds Earth's magnetic in its grip and drags it to a new orientation. Sorry, I can't really see that, brothers and sisters, but as you can see, it's completely describing pole shift, and that's biblical as well. Because what else? Tell me, brothers and sisters, do you know anything else that can cause a pole shift? Can a meteorite cause a pole shift? No, it cannot. So many of you might say wormwood is actually a meteorite, but how can a meteorite cause a pole shift? And you may ask, why does a pole shift even have to happen? It's not even in the Bible. Yes, it is, brothers and sisters. Now, a meteorite can't cause a pole shift. I don't think anything else can cause a pole shift other than wormwood, aka what people seem to be Planet X Nibiru. Says here, and can you see this? This is what Abba's going to do. He's going to turn it upside down. Turn the earth upside down. And that's exactly what happens in a pole shift. The poles completely turn upside down, and the only thing that can make the earth turn upside down is actually a huge magnetic force, and a meteorite won't be able to do this. It has to be gigantic force, and only wormwood can do that, I believe. And the land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled. Therefore have the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. As you know, when wormwood actually hits, it will be in the time of wrath. It will be towards the end of tribulation, where only the wicked are on the earth. As you can see here, it says, and few men are left. So I believe it will hit in the time of wrath, not at the beginning. That's just my theory. I could be wrong in interpreting that, but I think it's pretty clear that scripture is saying that. Could be wrong, but pretty sure I'm not. I hope I'm not. And it says here, okay, I'll go into detail of my dream now. Now, I continue to have dreams of Abba, but not these two dreams I had years ago. Oh, sorry about that. These two dreams I had years ago were the most vivid dreams I've ever had, and they were like 4 years ago. Recently I've had a couple of dreams, but they weren't as vivid as these two. And the most recent dream I had was a load of meteorites heading this way, a load of them heading towards Earth. But the first dream I ever had was so vivid. I won't go into detail of the whole dream, but it was like somewhere in Arizona or Australia, and it was just like a meteorite heading to Earth, like in the distance. And the second dream I had was just the most beautiful dream I've ever had. So beautiful. Was when I think of my dream, I just feel almost teary, because it's such a beautiful dream, brothers and sisters. So you need not fear, because I felt such wonderful love, peaceful and happiness. And when I woke up, I just wanted to go back to sleep again and dream this dream, because It was so wonderful, this dream. Honestly, brothers and sisters, you need not fear. And in the sky, it was so beautiful. It was so beautiful in the sky, brothers and sisters. You cannot even imagine how beautiful it's going to be before the rapture in the sky. It makes me so teary because we on earth have never seen such beauty. It's nothing on the the northern lights is nothing on this, nothing. This is going to blow your mind and just make you just pray, pray, pray. I'm going to be praying when I see this because I know it's going to be soon. Right, so sorry, I got off track, but in the sky it was just so beautiful, the most beautiful colours you can ever actually see in the sky. So beautiful, just like Rhonda Epson's colours, like pinkish, blue, purplish. And also I saw like, it was so many years ago, so I can't really remember the dream, but all the details, but so beautiful. I saw a huge planet, and I believe there were other planets as well, but I saw this huge planet, and it had like sort of green gas coming out of it. This planet was so beautiful, brothers and sisters, such a beautiful planet. I don't believe this was Wormwood, because when you look on Wormwood, even we will not have any fear, but if you look at Wormwood, I'm not even going to, I don't know if we're going to see Wormwood before the rapture, but I think we're going to see the constellation where Wormwood, I think, the constellation, because as you know, Orion has 7 stars, and Wormwood is to do with the 7 stars I've just shown you. I think we might see the 7 stars, like, I said planet just then, but what I meant was star. Sorry, it's hard to, these words are ingrained into our brains, aren't they, from birth? But this star was so beautiful that I saw, and it was not Wormwood, I do not believe, because when you see Wormwood, it's going to be fiery and red, and even though we will have no fear, when we look upon this red planet, it won't be a good feeling to look upon this planet, because this planet means doom. And we will know it means doom, this planet, because it's not a beautiful planet. It's fiery, it's fierce, it's a fearsome planet. So I'm just warning you on that. All I don't know, in my dream, I do not know if we see Wormwood in my dream. All I know is that we definitely see, at least, the constellation where Wormwood is from, Orion, in our sky. But others have said they've seen Wormwood and 2 other planets before the rapture. So I'm just warning you, brothers and sisters, there's going to be at least 1 planet in the sky, and then possibly there's going to be many planets in the sky, and beautiful lights. Just warning you, when you see Wormwood, you may have fear when you see Wormwood, because it's going to be a fearsome planet. But just pray and for Abba to take away your fear, to give you peace, calmness, and he will. But I think you may already feel this anyway. I will have no fear, I don't think, because I've had dreams and everything. And that's why I'm doing this video, because I do not want anybody to have fear or lose faith or anything like that, if you're a flat earther and stuff like that. Okay, and the reason why I talk about the meteorites is because the Orionoid meteorite shower reaches its peak around October 21st every year, and it's to do with the constellation Orion. So maybe that's why I've seen loads of meteorites, just because that's why we've had loads of meteorite hits recently. Just in Australia, it's over the whole town or the whole state thought it was a coming apocalypse. Just if you read an article, they thought, wow, it was the whole sky lit up bright white, and it's not in mainstream media or anything like that. Hardly heard about it, but everybody thought it was a coming apocalypse. That's how bright and big this meteorite is, but it did not cause any damage. I believe it hit the ocean. And also we've had lots of meteorites. I think we had one in America or something, but maybe that's why we saw a meteorite. But we might still see a load of meteorites before we actually see this in the sky. So if we see meteorites hitting Earth, it won't cause major damage, I do not think. Then we know it's soon. But either way, when we see what we're going to see in the sky, then we'll know it's soon anyway. I'm not sure the rapture will happen straight, like seconds or minutes or hours after what we see in the sky. It could happen days later. But I do know in my friend's dream that as soon as he saw the planet in the sky and the lights, as soon as he saw that, the rapture happened seconds later. So I do not know. And this planet was like green and gassy. And it says here, part of the constellation Orion as seen in the visible light, and purplish and greenish gaseous light. And that's, I believe, the planet I saw was that gassy light like that. And also, the constellation Orion, the most brightest star, or the second or the third brightest star, is Bellatrix star. And I'll include a link in the description box below of this video that you have to watch, where he saw Wormwood and 2 other planets, like a greenish, gassy planet. Well, we can't actually get stars. I keep saying planet. Forgive me, brothers and sisters. I mean stars. Okay, and this star was like green. You can't really get green stars, it's not possible, but you can get green gas, and this is what appeared behind the star, and a blue one. And in the constellation Orion is a blue star like this. And also in the constellation Orion there's this star, and it's very similar to what people have seen in their dreams. I don't know if this is indeed Wormwood. I do not think it is, but just thought I'd show you that. And as you can see, Orion is the hunter. Oops, sorry about that, brothers and sisters. And it says here, it is one of the most conspicuous and recognizable constellation in the night sky. The top. If you ask anyone what's your favorite constellation and what's the brightest constellation, they'll say Orion. And I don't think that's a coincidence, brothers and sisters. It was named after Orion, a hunter in Greek mythology. So hunter again, hunter. As we know, the Antichrist seeks whom he may devour. He's the hunter. But when you see these beautiful planets and everything in the sky, those who are unbelievers will feel fear, but those who are saved and have seen Rhonda Epson's videos and had dreams themselves, and just hopefully when you see my video, this is a prior warning and you will not feel fear. Okay, as you can see, this is the Sun, this is Mercury, and this is Nibiru. Because if you actually take a picture of the Sun, they shouldn't have that thing right there. I'll show you here. See that thing there? The Sun should be just like, this Sun should be like pure round, not have this thing there. I said Nibiru, I meant to say Wormwood. And if you just do any sort of Google search or anything like that, there's hundreds and hundreds of videos and pictures and of the blue star as well. Yes, I didn't say planet, I said star. Haha. I'm not brainwashed from birth. Okay. Wormwood also apparently means bitter or toxic, and as I showed you scripture, that when this wormwood hits the waters, it said something about I explained how it's to do with radiation and stuff like that, and so it's not a coincidence that wormwood means bitter or toxic. You can read that if you want. Oh, also, this I think it's a lady. She had a vision of, I believe it was heaven or something. It's very, very interesting. I'll actually read it to you. After the White linked up with Mrs. White had the vision. This is from Rebecca B's video. Began a description of the opening heavens with its glory, calling it an opening into a region more enlightened. Elder Bates said that her description far surpassed any other account of the opening heavens he had ever read from any author. And this historian shares more details of the vision, but after seeing the planets, there's no such thing. Well, they're stars. This is like in the Bible. Well, you'll see that they're actually you'll think they're planets, but they're stars. Okay, don't know. I'm just trying to get that across. Hope I've done that right. I hope I've done that okay. But after seeing the stars, she seemed to pass over a great distance in the heavens until she came to the place that is called the gap in the sky. When she began to describe this, Elder Bates rose to his feet in great excitement. She is giving a more wonderful description, he said, than any astronomer ever dreamed of. And still she spoke of its great beauty, with the 4 great stars far apart as its gates, and the wonderful glory shining through the heavens beyond, she said, made a region more enlightened. This indeed is the gateway from our part of the universe into into the central heaven where our Father dwells. Apparently Mrs. White had subscribed to Bates' theory that the open space in Orion was special, a special heavenly gateway. Thus she put the prophetic stamp of approval on the conjectures about Orion. A couple of years later, Mrs. White took the Orion theory one step further. She had another vision in which she saw the functioning of the Orion stargate. Dark, heavy clouds came up and clashed against each other. The atmosphere parted and rolled back. Then we could look up through the open space in Orion, where came the voice of our Father. The holy city will come down through that open space. And so maybe these stars that we're seeing, I do not know, but maybe some of these stars is just where they're going to go in the kingdom. I do not know. Maybe some people say that it could be the new heavens and the new earth, because I think this earth will be completely destroyed. I don't know if it can be made new. Well, it could be, but what's the point? Yahushua says he goes and prepares a place for us. So I'm not sure if this earth we're on now gets made renew, or we're going on to actually completely new, you know. But so I know someone else has also said that about the kingdom as well. So that's just something I thought I mentioned. All I know is I felt such love when I saw this in the sky, and I think it could be something that I've just told you there. Okay, it says here in the Bible codes, Planet X, aka Wormwood, is found in Ezekiel. What's remarkable about this is that the term hell runs straight beside the main term, Planet X, in the codes. And apparently NASA has known for the past 20 years that this planet was coming our way. And that's why the Vatican have even built a observatory in Arizona in the 1980s. The Vatican has the most gigantic telescope in the whole world. You probably know that. And it's actually called, I believe some part of it is called Lucifer, or something like that. Can you believe that? Disgraceful. Okay. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns and 7 crowns upon its heads. And his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven, and did cast them to the earth. And perhaps I think the red dragon may be Wormwood. I think it is. And as you know, we've just had that Skull hurricane, and we've had recently Hurricane Nicole is shaped like a dragon. I don't know if that was Hurricane Nicole. It might have just been the storm, but can you see that? That's like the eye there, the mouth there, the tail there. And I'll tell you my friend's dream. She saw a dragon lying on a meadow. I said, I want to be like you. Fly away from this terrible earth. The dragon smiled and said, so then it's fine. So then it's time. It's time. He kissed me and said, now you are a dragon like me. But I wasn't. He lied. Then there was another dragon, a green female one. She laughed and said, he tricked you. The red dragon tricked you. I was sad that the red dragon had tricked me. Then the green dragon kissed me, and I transformed into a white dragon. I was happy and flying through the air. Then she said, now fly away, I'll be with you. So the red dragon here is bad. But as you can see, before this, my friend actually asked if she could have like a rapture dream or something like that. She asked something like that, and this is what she got. And it says here towards the end that transformed and flew away. We transformed into our heavenly bodies, don't we? And then because she's not the only one that's had green being good thing, like the green dragon in her dream was good. My 2 other friends have had dreams of like green, where has good connotations to the word green, and there's lots of good green symbolism here: rest, life, growth, fruitful, fresh, maturity, frailty. And also another translation to 7 stars in, you can do like Esau translation, is actually a constellation of 7 stars. I just showed you about a constellation of 7 stars, didn't I? Okay, this is Orion here. So beautiful. We're going to see that in our sky, but it's going to be even more beautiful than that. And we're going to see huge, gigantic stars. They'll appear like what we see as what we seem to be planets, but they're stars, gigantic stars. The sun is a star. Come on. Okay, and I thought I'd read you this because I told you about the kingdom bit before. It's almost time to go home. Unfortunately, some would not make it back to heaven because they rejected Abba, Yahuwah, and Yahusha, and some of humanity have rejected their own salvation. The kingdom of Elohim is visible at times according to how much chemtrails these evil elites spray in our atmosphere, blocking out everything, including the sun, and yes, they spray at nights also. And he explains here in Revelation, I think it's 21, yeah. It says here, and the foundations, it talks about here, the New Jerusalem. It says here, the foundations of the wall of the city were garnished with all the manner of precious stones. 12 of the planets, aka stars, in our solar system. And it says here, and as you can see, in the New Jerusalem, it completely says here as well, if you didn't believe what he just said there. So it says all them colours there. That's scripture. And the 12 gates were 12 pearls, and every several great gate was one of the pearl, and the street of the city was pure gold, and it was transparent glass. And he basically says that you can see the kingdom in the sky sometimes. I know that sounds really out there, and I'm not sure if I believe it myself, but truly, this truly could be it, brothers and sisters. When we see that in the sky, it could indeed be the kingdom. Could, when we rapture, we go straight up to the kingdom, and that beautiful constellation, we'll see, could be the gate to the heavens, this constellation. We will soon see, brothers and sisters, won't we? Okay, Tabernacles, as you know, Yahuwah told me it's happening, we are going home on the Feast of Tabernacles. Did not tell me what month, did not tell me what year, do not know the day or hour, because Tabernacles last 8 days, so do not tell me that. And okay, this is the Creator's calendar, and it says here that the first day of Tabernacles is October 30th. I don't know if you can see that, but it says October 30th here. And the last day of Tabernacles is on the 6th of November, which is like right before the elections, but I've been seeing 30 so many times, and everybody's been said, you know, Jason Eli said it's happening October, so truly think it could happen the 30th. And it says here, I'll show you her channel in a minute. 7 days from the 23rd. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Could it be like the the 7th day is on the 30th. Just remember, Noah entered the ark 7 days before we will be entering in. The rapture is like an ark, isn't it? Also 7 priests shall carry 7 trumpets of ram's horns before the ark. Then on the 7th day you shall march around the city 7 times, and the priests shall blow the trumpets. 7 says here the priests will blow the trumpets on basically the 7th day, and from the 23rd, the 30th is the 7th day, isn't it? And also on the 29th, well, apparently this time frame here, 29, 30, 31, there will not be a place in the world that will not be under a new moon time frame. So that's pretty something. Please check out her channel, Trumpet Sound. I think she was told, yeah, she was the one that's told, get ready by Sukkot. There's so many people that's been told by Abba that's happening Tabernacles. I think at least 5 people on YouTube. So many people. It says here, Psalms 81, blow up the trumpet on the new moon on the time appointed on our solemn feast day. Solemn feast day, word for on our solemn feast day, Chag, also refers to the Feast of Tabernacles, or it refers to the Feast of Trumpets, but we know Feast of Trumpets is over. In all calendars, every single calendar, Feast of Trumpets is over. This Creator's calendar is the last calendar of the year. There's no other calendars after this. So, if it's going to happen this year, it has to happen from the 30th to the 6th. and there's a new moon on the 30th, and I just showed you scripture. I just showed you scripture about the new moon, and the time appointed. Remember, our Father has an appointed time for everything, every single thing, everything. And it'll be the same for the rapture. It'll be an appointed time. Does not delay. There's always an appointed time. Do not believe he delays anyway. Could be wrong, but I won't read all this out, but basically explains what a new moon is, because many think it might be a full moon, but no, there's lots of evidence pointing out it can't be a full moon. It would not make sense for a new moon to be a full moon, and this basically shows it all here. So just pause the video if you want to completely look at that. And in where I am, Australia, my full new moon, our new moon is actually on the 31st. Ugh, such a horrible day, Halloween. But because in Australia we're a day ahead of everyone, so it'll be on the 31st. But in London it's on the 30th, and I believe in other places, most places in the world, it'll be on the 30th. We'll definitely be in a new moon phase. So show you that. Okay. You should know, brothers and sisters, there are actually at least 300 scriptures in the Bible where it talks about not having fear, and when you see these things in the sky, I doubt you will feel fear. I mean, it's pretty shocking, so you might, but just know there's no need to feel fear. You're protected. There's no need to feel fear. Just look at the beauty. Fear not, for you. Fear not, for I have redeemed you. You are mine. Isaiah chapter 43, verse 1. There's no need to worry about anything. Worry about nothing. Pray about everything. So, brothers and sisters, I just thought that I had to warn you all about this, because I do not think my warnings have been listened to by some, as they may, because they've said it's not biblical. But hopefully I've given enough scripture to show you that it is biblical. Either way, even if you do not believe me right now, at least you are warned and know that this will hopefully be in the back of your mind when you see us in the sky, and you will not lose faith or anything like that. If you're a flat earther, I've explained to you that yes, there's no such thing as planets, but there are stars. Only difference between planets and stars is that planets move, stars don't. They are fixed. But that's a load of rubbish. NASA are a load of rubbish. And yeah. So I won't go into detail about that. But flat earthers, when you see this in the sky, do not lose faith. Hopefully a lot of flat earthers will watch this video, so please share this video, brothers and sisters. I do not ask you to share my video on any of my videos. I've never asked you to share my video, have I? Only this one, because I know how important this video is. So please, I'm asking you now, you could truly if you share this video, then you may possibly save someone from not losing faith and losing complete faith in, because actually this could very well be the Great Deception. I do not know what the Great Deception is, but this could be it. Because I know I included lots of other videos in the description box below of who've had dreams of this in the sky, these stars in the sky. But also one person, when they saw this in the sky, what they also saw were UFOs. As we know, they're fallen angel technology, and probably lukewarm or Christians will actually, or even if you will lose faith when they see these UFOs. I don't know if we're going to see UFOs or not. I don't know, but maybe what we're going to see in the sky is a Great Deception. I mean, what we're going to see in the sky is definitely going to be there. It's not like an illusion or anything like that. It's definitely what we're seeing in the sky, I believe. But I just thought I had to tell you that, brothers and sisters. And I know some of you might say that what I'm saying is actually complete rubbish and it's new age rubbish, but I could not warn you because I truly, truly love you all, and I could not warn you. I had to warn you. Okay, and my video finished at 30 minutes. Can you believe that? Love you all, brothers and sisters. Goodbye. Oh wait, it's 31 minutes now. Okay, I plead the blood of Yahusha over every one of you. I'm always here for you, so I'll include my Facebook link in the description box below. Bless you, bless you, bless you all. Goodbye.